Hello my lovely friends and family, how are we all doing? I'm sure we are all doing fantastic. I know it's been a while and Debbie is finally here again and today we are making Sobolo, popularly known in Nigeria as Zobo Drink. I know we already have a recipe on the channel, but this one I added a little more twist to it. So if you want to see how I achieved this perfectly looking Sobolo, don't go anywhere and let's get straight into it. Begin by grating your ginger. Some people wait and blend it in the end, but I've tried that method before and I realized it doesn't make your Sobolo last long enough and you get a lot of residue in it, and I don't want that, so I always grate it. I'll then continue by crushing my hwentea, known as grains of Selim. Bear in mind that I'm not going to crush it into a powder form, but I'm only crushing it just slightly so that I accentuate the flavor of the hwentea when I incorporate it into my Sobolo. And this is fine. Make sure not to grind it into a powder form, okay? Next, I'll peel one large pineapple. Bear in mind we're not going to throw away the peels as it has a lot of nutrients in it, and we're going to start our Sobolo with the peels, so make sure to wash your pineapple so well that you don't incorporate any dirt at all into your Sobolo. I'm sure you're wondering where the ingredients are listed in this video, but I'm going to state them while we go. And also remember that I always leave the ingredients in the description box, so be sure to check the description box for the exact quantities of ingredients, okay? To get the most of the flavors for my Sobolo for all the ingredients and not overcooking some of the ingredients, I always make my Sobolo in stages. So at this point I'll transfer the peels of the pineapple, my crushed hwentea, and of course my ginger and cloves. Add enough water, set that on fire, and when it comes to a boil, I'll turn the fire down to medium-low heat and allow it to simmer through so that the flavor of the ginger and the spicing will come out right from the beginning of the Sobolo. I always love the kick the ginger always adds to my Sobolo, and that's why I grate it. You can chop it, but if you want that kick, make sure to grate it and make sure to grate enough for that kick. While I allow the ingredients on fire to boil away and simmer away, that's the word, I'll continue by chopping my pineapple. I always keep the core of the pineapple as it also has its own nutrients it comes with, so I don't throw it away at all. If you don't want it, you can just chop it out and discard it, but I always keep it. You can term this Sobolo as fruity Sobolo because I'm embedding a whole lot of fruits to this Sobolo. I've got some apples which I'll get rid of the seed, chop them into tiny chunks and add to the Sobolo. We've also got some oranges which I'm not going to peel, I'll just chop it so that it releases all its nutrients and juices to the Sobolo. I've also got some red grapes which I'm going to chop as well so that it can release all its nutrients and juices to the max. Of course, we've also got some lemon. I would never make Sobolo without lemon because it adds this tanginess to it, and without that tanginess, I feel that's not Sobolo, so I always add it. Of course, you can always add and take out any of the ingredients at all you want, okay? Once I'm done chopping up the fruits, I'll set them aside and move on to adding our hibiscus flower, which is the king of the ingredients for this Sobolo recipe. There are so many benefits that comes with hibiscus flower. Example, it boosts your liver health, it lowers blood fat levels, it lowers blood pressure, So there are so many benefits that comes with Sobolo, and especially with the fruits incorporated, it makes it even more healthy because the fruit contains vitamin C, etc. So yeah, now I'm going to add the hibiscus to the rest of the ingredients, which is already boiling. I'll then cover it and allow it to simmer through until the next ingredients are ready to be added. Our Sobolo has been boiling between medium-low and low heat for about 30 minutes now, and as you can see, it's boiling beautifully. So it's now time to add our fruits, which is going in now. I'll stir it all together to combine, and of course add my precursor, also known as aidan fruit. Guys, when I'm making Sobolo, I make sure I go all out because I want a healthy one. Of course, I'll add my miswell to give it that extra spicy kick. It's totally optional. And also add my negro peppers or black peppercorns. I forgot to add it initially, so make sure to add it right from the onset when you're making the Sobolo, okay? It's been another 10 minutes of cooking time, and you know that I will never make my Sobolo without a stick of cinnamon, which goes a long way. So I'll add it at this point, stir it to combine, cover it again, allow it to boil for another 10 minutes, and our Sobolo will be as good as done. It's been a total of 55 minutes and our Sobolo is ready. Look at that redness, it looks amazing. I'll let it cool off a bit and extract all the juices, and that will make our complete Sobolo or Zobo drink. I realized the bowl I used initially was too small, so I changed it to a larger pot to be able to contain all the Sobolo. I've also realized that when you're squeezing out the juice from the